Hello and Namaste. My name is Gautam Behra and today I'll be talking about heat treatable aluminum alloys and non-heat treatable aluminum alloys. So aluminum alloys can be classified on the basis of how they are responding to the heat treatment. If they are responding good, obviously they are heat treatable aluminum alloys. If they are not responding, so they comes under non-heat treatable aluminum alloys. So heat treatable aluminum alloys, you understand, that means we should understand the concept that why we give heat treatment. Basically we give heat treatment to the alloys or to the metallic materials to enhance the properties and basically to enhance the strength of the material. That may be any kind of strength, that may be flexural strength, tensile strength, yield strength, basically this kind of strength. By various mechanism. So now the point is, what are heat treatable aluminum alloys? So heat treatable aluminum alloys are basically precipitation hardenable aluminum alloys. That means they provide strength due to formation of precipitates, uh, due to presence of alloying element only, those alloying element which form precipitates inside the aluminium, and those precipitates should be basically coherent or semi-coherent. Okay, fine. So now what are the characteristics of a what are the characteristics of a uh, heat treatable aluminum alloys? So they are basically heat treatable aluminum alloys have basically three characteristics. It should have three characteristics. The first characteristics is what? It should have low equilibrium solid solubility. That means if alloying elements are present in the aluminium and those alloying elements have a very low equilibrium solid solubility, that should be in relation to temperature. If we raise the temperature, the equilibrium solid solubility should increase, and if we decrease the temperature in the opposite way, the equilibrium solid solubility should decrease, right? And now the point is, the first condition is these heat treatable aluminum alloys must have low equilibrium solid solubility with decreasing in the temperature, and just opposite, with increasing in temperature it should increase. And second point is, on quenching from a high temperature, this alloy should produce a single phase supersaturated solid solution. There should be a supersaturated solid solution should be present on quenching. And third one is, this supersaturated solid solution should decompose just on heating to a low temperature to give precipitates, and those precipitates should be coherent or semi-coherent one. So these are the main characteristics of the heat treatable aluminum alloys. Now if you move into the examples, so examples are basically 2000 series, 5000 series, and sorry 2000 series and 7000 series and 6000 series aluminum alloys are heat treatable aluminum alloys. So 2000 series, if you remember that in the previous video, as I told, the major alloying element is copper, and in 6000 the major alloying element is basically magnesium, and in 7000 the major alloying element is the zinc, right? So that means this alloying element solubility should increase with increasing in the temperature, and it should decrease with decreasing in the temperature. I am talking about equilibrium solid solubility, right? And if you look into these heat treatable aluminum alloys, they provide strength due to basically precipitation hardening, or that is precipitation strengthening due to formation of precipitates with the alloying elements, right? And these precipitates are formed basically by ACE hardening heat treatment. As I told, that involves solutionizing heat treatment, where we take the alloy to a single phase, where only single phase will be present. Everything is in the solution form. Then we quench it quickly to get saturated solid solution, and finally we'll do aging heat treatment, where we'll heat the alloy to a medium temperature, where where the alloying element will come out in form of precipitates, right? And those precipitates hinder the moment of dislocations, so that will provide precipitation strengthening or precipitation hardening, or that is concept is called ACE hardening heat treatment. And it also provides high creep resistance due to formation of precipitates and due to formation of many intermetallics compound. It provides dispersion strengthening also sometimes, and it provides high creep resistance. Uh, some alloys also provide corrosion resistance at elevated temperature. So these are the main properties. So important application, if you look into the important application of heat treatable aluminum alloys is in aerospace industry or aircraft industries, because where main failure is due to creep and corrosion or high temperature corrosion, you understand. So these alloys provide high temperature corrosion resistance. They provide high temperature strength due to precipitation and formation of intermetallics, and also these alloys also provide high stress corrosion resistance property. They have stress corrosion properties, because sometimes both stress, tensile stress, and corrosive environment will be present, that leads to failure of the material. So these alloys provide those kind of properties. So next is non-heat treatable aluminum alloys. Basically, as I told, non-heat treatable aluminum alloys are those aluminum alloys which do not shows which do not respond to the heat treatment, right? That means the property will not get enhanced on giving heat treatment. That means the strength will not improves. So basically, these alloys are those aluminum alloys which have very high ductility, but the strength is very low. So they are used in form of these wires, plates, bars, foils, right, or extrusion products. And the examples are basically the third series, that is aluminum manganese and aluminum silicon series, are the best example. And next is an important point I would like to share, that there are certain binary aluminum alloys like aluminum manganese and aluminum silicon shows phase diagram like that of precipitation hardening or as hardening characteristics. But still, if you give them as hardening heat treatment, there will be no enhancement in the mechanical property will occur. That means the characteristics will be not shown in those kind of alloys, even if the phase diagram is similar to that of precipitation hardening or as hardening type, right? That means the equilibrium solubility will increase with increasing the temperature, and equilibrium solid solubility decreases with decreasing in the temperature. So but another important point about non-heat treatable aluminum alloys is they have good corrosion resistance property. And and another point is they can be formed into different components. They have good welding properties also. Okay, thank you.